Hey there, my name is Joel and welcome back to another video. I'm gonna start today with a pop quiz. What's the one thing that you take with you on every single trip, whether you're RVing, whether you're camping, or just going on a good old-fashioned road trip? Well, if you didn't guess tires by this point, you're just not paying attention. Today I want to talk to you about tire safety and maintenance through the lens of an awesome product that I've had with me in my garage for over 6 years now. This is the Viair 400 air pump, and it's one of the most safety critical pieces of kit that I take with me on every single trip. You see, what people often forget is that tires are the one piece of your vehicle that always touch the road. They affect not only your riding experience, your pulling experience, but they also affect whether or not you arrive safely to your destination. So if you're not maintaining your tires, checking your pressure regularly, especially if you're towing, you could be putting yourself in a dangerous situation. And when my family and I were out there on the road for almost a year, full-time RVing, we had to check our tire pressure all the time. And we had to check it not only on our vehicle, but also on our RV. And what we found out is that RV tires and truck tires take a lot of PSI to fill them up. In fact, this SUV tire of mine takes about 55 pounds of pressure to be full, but our truck tires took 80 or 90. And we even had an RV that took over 100 pounds of pressure for each tire. But when you stop at a gas station, most air pumps won't go that high. I've seen them top out at 60, 70, 80 PSI, so we couldn't even fill our tires, let alone make sure that we were at a gas station at the proper time when we needed them full, or if we had an accident, had the air to get them full to get us back to safety. So that's why I invested in the Viair 400 air pump. Today I'm going to take you through how it works and hopefully convince you to put one of these in your car or trailer to keep yourself safe out there on the road. All right, now let's take a look at everything that comes in the Viair bag. Of course, this is kind of a travel bag that comes with it. It's got kind of a main compartment up top, and you'll notice mine's dirty because I've had it for a while. A main compartment up top for the pump itself. This is where I keep the handle, the gun, the extension rod, the second attachment here, and the pump itself. We don't have to get that all the way out, but it fits nicely here in this center compartment. And if you look up front, you'll see storage for the first of 2 hoses. Now, it's important to know that this has 2 hoses because when you're attaching this to the battery on the front of your vehicle, if you're trying to get your trailer all the way back, you need to have 2 hoses. These are kind of accordion style hoses, so they store really simply and easily inside these small pockets, but they can stretch together all the way up to 25 feet. So I've never had any problems reaching even the back tires of my 30, 35 foot travel trailers with the 2 of these hoses combined. They're quick connect here at the end. That makes just good sense. But you have one in the front here in this front pocket, and I'll show you how easy it is to put it back in. Just goes right back in here. And then if you flip it over to the back, you've got another one here in the back pocket, just identical, the same exact hose, same exact storage situation here. Then on each side, you've just got some various Velcro pockets. There's nothing in this one. On this side over here, we've got just like little kind of needles and other nozzles and stuff in case you want to blow up something that's not a tire. But that's the travel bag that comes with the Viair. Everything fits in here. This can easily be stowed in a trunk in the back of an SUV. I kept mine in the storage compartment of our RV so that whenever we took the RV out, we had it. But it's very compact. It makes the pump very easy to take along with you wherever you go. Hey, just a reminder, like I do on every single video, I'm putting a link to the Viair 400 in the description down below. If you're interested in one, please consider using that link. This is not a sponsored video, but every time you use that link, it helps to support my channel. All right, so let's take a quick look at the Viair 400P. I didn't say it earlier, but this is the RV model. There is a regular 400P model. They're about $50 price difference at the time of making this video, and the only difference in the two that I've seen is that the 400P-RV goes up to 150 PSI, and the 400P, the regular version, only goes up to 100. So if you're running an RV, a camper, something that you need more than 100 pounds of pressure, the RV model is going to be your best bet. If you're just using trucks and SUVs under 100 PSI, then the regular 400P is going to be your model. So just kind of take a look here. I've got the leads in the back. Very simple, let's take a look. This is the positive and negative side. You hook these to your battery, that's where you get power. If you take a look down the cable here, we've got an inline fuse. This is a 40 amp fuse here, and this just protects the device so that if any kind of power surge happened, it would blow this fuse before it would blow the device. I've never had anything like that happen. But when you pick this up, it's kind of heavy. You could also do a little air pump workout. That's some real torque on here. Yeah. Doesn't weigh more than, I would say, 5 pounds, but it's substantial enough to let you know that it's made out of quality materials, all metal construction. The bottom has kind of a rubber look to it so that it sits in place wherever you put it. If you put it on a slippery surface, it's going to stay because of these little rubber feet. It's kind of rugged down there. Got a nice soft foam handle because it is a little heavier. It's easy to pick up and carry. You've got the motor here on the front, and on the back, we've got an on-off switch. Just wait till you're connected to your battery to turn it on and off, and your quick connect here for your air hose. And it's pretty much that simple. Even if you're not a mechanic, somebody that doesn't know your way around a car, this is really easy to use and really simple to set up. Now, this is what I like about the Viair. There's no external battery pack or other kind of power source you need to worry about. It hooks directly to your car's battery through two small leads that are similar to what you would see on maybe a jump start kit here. You've got a positive and a negative lead, and these simply connect to your battery. Anybody can do this. You don't need to be a mechanic. It's not complicated. Most of the time, your battery is located right here next to the edge of your engine bay, so you don't have to go looking for it. So we're simply going to connect our positive leads over here to the red, red to red, black to black. It's that simple and it's that easy. Now the Viair has all the power it needs to pump up your tires and generate up to 150 PSI. All right, so once you've got your compressor connected to your battery, you come back here with your line and you've got this trigger and handle with a quick connect on the end. This has got a pressure gauge on the top. We'll talk more about that in a minute and the accuracy of that, but you get to choose from a couple different options. One, you've got this flexible line here that you can screw on to the end of your valve stem. I have never used this. I find it to be a little cumbersome and take too long. Instead, I like the standard extension here. It's just got kind of two angled entry points here. If you're maybe on a dually, you can pull that in from the other side or just attach it here. So just attach your desired accessory to the end of your trigger and you've got kind of a gun for your air that you connect to your tire here. So for my particular vehicle, the max PSI on these tires is around 55. I want to go somewhere around 48 for towing. So I'm just going to check my gauge here, and I've got between a 40 and a 60. So I'm going to kind of use that as my guide to how much air I want to put in there. And when I think I've reached it, I'm going to use my digital pressure gauge to show you just how accurate that is. I like to pair these two so I can use this to estimate how close I am and then use this digital pressure gauge to fine tune it, but this gives me an idea of where I'm at. So I'm going to seat it on there and just kind of pull the trigger until I get where I want to be for my PSI rating. All right, with just a few adjustments, I've got it right at 48 PSI now. Just a few times back and forth led me to the correct PSI, and now I can stick my cap back on there and do my other wheels. So now that we know how it works, that it's easy to use, it's portable, and all of those things, we need to ask ourselves the question, why is this little pump important? Well, first and foremost, if you're a camper, RVer, or driver of a truck, this is important because not every air pump you're going to come across at a gas station will have enough PSI for your tires. And tire PSI is critical to road safety. Underinflated tires can lead not just to bad gas mileage, but lots of bad stuff out there on the road. The number one reason for catastrophic failures, accidents, rollovers, and all sorts of things with trailers and especially RVs is underinflated tires or tire failure. So you need something like this to keep yourself safe. That's one. That's for campers and RVers. The other side of things is number two, it's for preparedness. Everybody else that may be out there just driving an SUV like mine, maybe you're going on a long cross-country road trip or just a couple hours down the road, you want to make sure that you have air with you when you need it. Let's say you get a nail in your tire, you've got a slow leak, and you just need to get back to a tire store where they can plug it, repair it, or replace it. Well, if you don't have air with you, you are stuck. You might actually have to change a tire. This would save you from that on something like a small leak, a slow leak from a nail or a tire or another piece of debris. You could pump up your tire with the power of your car's battery, get yourself back to safety, get things repaired quick and easy, and avoid a huge ordeal on the side of the road, maybe even a call to AAA or waving down strangers. This is a safety and preparedness tool that will keep you on the right track, and it can take a problem and turn it into an inconvenience instead of a full-blown tragedy out there on the road. Almost forgot, if you like this video, please take a second to leave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help our stats on YouTube, and it lets YouTube know that you like the content we're putting out. Thanks so much for watching today's video on the Viair 400P air pump. If you're interested in getting one of these for yourself, like I said earlier, the link is in the description. I'll leave a link both for the 400P regular version and the 400P-RV, which is the version that I have. I think it'll really help save you from some disasters out there on the road. And as always, those links do help to support my work here on the channel. So thanks for watching. My name is Joel. This is the Traveler Toolkit, and I'll see you in the next video. Air pumping around, gonna get some air pump pumping around, gonna get some air pump pumping around, yeah, 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 yeah.